You are listening to a Daydreamers podcast, and I am the Daydreamer, Erin Davenport. Welcome back, people, and pour up a glass.
Yes.
So, the additional voices you will be hearing today belong to my girlfriends. To my right, I have Miss Eva Brown.
Hello.
And to my left, I have Miss Amelia Campbell.
Hello.
Now, me and Eva, actually, I feel like, now we have a short friendship.
Yes.
A very odd friendship. I think I never would have thought. I remember meeting you when I first moved back to Monroe, and I was just like, she's a serious chick, and kept right on moving. And then here we are now. Girlfriend, she's sitting in my house drinking water out of a glass, a wine glass, because she's fasting or dieting.
A little bit of both.
Okay. And she's over there struggling. That's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. I'm going to drink mine. And then, like I said, Miss Amelia is here. Now, she has her glass of wine. One. So I'm just going to let y'all know right now, I will be the only person up in here slurring words and getting tipsy at this happy hour. And I don't understand that, because it's happy hour. And y'all up in here is just straight chilling.
Sweetie, I don't need it. I'm just keeping it 100.
But you know, it's been a long time though. You said you haven't been drinking for a while. Even at the brunch, you were just like, it was $10 bottomless mimosa, people, and Amelia was in there like, just give me a Coke.
Yes, I probably was the only person in there that didn't have one.
Other than my mom and my auntie. Yeah.
But me, at the time, I enjoyed it. It was worth the $10 and that's
How many you had?
Yeah, I lost count after 5.
So how was your week? Y'all had good weeks.
I had a very long week.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving offices, and we have labor workers in. They have been harassing me.
What do you mean by harassing?
How the men's like to look at booties and stuff. I know all about it, boo.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yes, ma'am. And Eva, how was your week?
Typical stressful week at work.
Stressful. I've been chilling, y'all. I let go. I have been extremely frustrated at work, with work, and I vented, let it out, and I've just been easy breezy. And my office is like away from everybody else's office, so I don't have to deal with everything else that goes on, because I'm over here in my office by myself that I share with no one.
None of the office politics or drama.
None of that. I get it. I get a little piece of it, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, so y'all listened to last week's episode, right?
Yes.
What did y'all think? Like my last episode was a journal entry, so that's why it's kind of like, it doesn't sound like me. If you only know me from the podcast, or if you know me from being out, it's like, what's up with Erin? Why is she tripping like that? But that was like a true moment. It was a true feelings and thoughts and stuff. Like, what did y'all think? Does anything like that ever happen to y'all? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Even you shaking your head. Really? No?
No.
Amelia, it's happening. You got a big old booty.
Yeah, I get it all the time,
And
boo.
I don't have a big booty.
But you got breasts.
Yeah, but, not harassed in that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, and I love wearing tights, whether I'm working out or not, and it's very seldom for working out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you got it covered up right now.
I got it covered up, yeah.
I know when you were listening to it, you were kind of like a man over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what were some of the points what was something in my journal entry, in my podcast, that you kind of like, that you felt, or you understood, or just,
Well, I understood your level of frustration because you were only out there to work out and mind your own business, not get harassed, don't scream at me out no damn window. Have some respect for yourself as a man. And if you were to approach somebody, you don't approach them in that type of way. Like, you be respectful about how you're going to approach a lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, I mean, because you are a very attractive lady, and your booty is big, and you got hips and things like that.
Yeah.
So, you just being yourself.
That's why I was saying, like, I know what I look like. So on some level, when I step out the house, depending on what I'm wearing, well, I already know I'm going to get some attention. Yeah. Regardless.
Right.
And then also depending on what I'm wearing, I know I'm going to get this level of look and attention. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, dang, why you... My thing was, it just kept going on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
on and on and on. You are yelling like, bro, I'm across the street and I got on headphones. And like, if he would have stopped at some point, then I would have been cool. But you just kept going on and on.
Yeah. Yeah. Thirsty.
Like, shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think thirsty men come across more thirsty women than more so of women who like to be approached. And
Like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
In that kind of fashion, though?
Yes, because
There are women who like that.
we were at said restaurant where it's uniform to wear the shorts high,
Mm-hmm.
the shirts low, and they're known for their wings.
Okay.
So there was a rough crowd in there. When I say rough, I mean loud, rowdy. It's a sports restaurant, so you expect it.
Mm-hmm.
But when the man turns around and yells to the waitress, "You're going to be my next baby mama," and that waitress smiles, that's what they're out there looking for. That's what they think
Well,
of.
she might have been working for her money.
Yeah, see, now I ain't mad at sister for giving him a little smile because she trying to get her tips and
Exactly.
But at
shit.
the
So,
same
Because look, I
time,
worked at a sushi
you can't
restaurant.
see it.
I picked up a shift at a sushi restaurant a couple months before I got married just to make extra money. And I made and I wasn't in there hustling,
Right.
but a good night for me was like $80. And I'm only working like literally a couple of hours. I would have made more money if I would have flirted with them Asian men. Like if I wasn't so excited to be like, oh, I'm getting married in like 3 months, I would have made so much more money. She was working.
You think so?
yeah. I mean, because a smile, though, if I'm...
But there was no correcting him or no, like, no, I got
Girl,
it.
that girl is working for her
Yeah,
money.
she
It'd be
trying to
different, like I said, if you was in a grocery store.
Okay, well then does it make his comment okay?
No.
No, absolutely not.
So then how
But you tolerate that because
why do we have to tolerate?
if I'm working, I know if I work in that restaurant, I used to work at the strip club. I worked the door at the strip club. And I knew when I got there, people would think I was just off that night. Like, I already knew that. But it's like, no.
You crazy,
I'm not off tonight. I work the door, I just take money.
Yo, you stupid.
So it's like, you expect it. You expect certain things when you go in certain places.
So it's just kind of like, how do you keep your cool and disarm the
Yeah,
situation?
because you
and
just,
keep it
that's what
moving?
you're there for. Now, if they got really just rowdy and just truly disrespectful, touching her and trying to grab on her and stuff like that, and just trying to stick money down and stuff like that, and she's in a restaurant, like, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
comments like that, and they drunk, drink some more.
Right. As long as you put that paper on this
Exactly, as
table,
long as
that's
I get my
exactly how I would have been looking at it.
But, you know,
Yeah.
I can't remember who I was talking to. It might have been you.
I don't know.
It might, I don't know. But like my mom had to tell me, I remember growing up and her telling me the differences between compliments and things like that. And like, things are just learned behaviors.
True.
Some women, I mean, like somebody was like, it's a good thing you told him off because he probably didn't even know he was insulting you. And I was like, really? You think so?
He knew.
Yeah.
He tried it before.
Well, I mean, but yeah, I believe he had, but whoever it was just like, some people don't even realize that is offensive. That's just what they know to do. That's what they've seen other people doing. That's why some girls accept stuff like that because they think that's how it's supposed to be. But my mom and I used to have that conversation all the time. She would always tell me, like, this is what it's actually supposed to be like. You don't accept love like this. Love is shown like this. But I was listening to The Breakfast Club a couple weeks ago. And there was this comedian on there. And this situation is a stretch, but it's still like learned behavior, knowing what's acceptable and what isn't. She had her childhood was not good. It was not good at all. She was like 14. She had a baby. She had a much, much older 20-something boyfriend. He was a drug dealer. And he had all these other baby mamas. And this is like how she's telling it. This isn't just me like trying to say she's trash or whatever. That's not it. But
He's
like,
trash because he's a pedophile.
Yeah, so he had all these other baby mamas, and she was just like, her mom was in an abusive relationship, and so she realized after she got grown that like
It was a cycle.
the training that the stuff her mama told her was because that's what her mama knew, and she was in an abusive relationship, whatever. But she was like, if a man like hit on you and beat on you and stuff like that, I mean, he loved you. That's what he got. That's what she got from her mom. Her mama told her that. So she was like, when he shot her, oh, he loved me. He ain't shooting none of his other baby mamas. He loved me. So, it's just like I said, like a learned behavior.
Yeah, I agree with that.
100%. Just describe an unacceptable way for a man or a woman, whatever you like, has complimented you? Never, an unacceptable way that they have said so, complimented you. Can you think of one?
To be honest, I don't experience disrespect very much. It's flirtation, but it's not where it's just blatant disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in you, sir, so I want you to back off.
Right.
But it's not, they're not doing it in a way where I need to cuss you out or put you in your place and let you know that I'm just not interested. And you have some guys that they want to keep shooting their shot. It's not disrespectful, it's adamant. You know what I'm saying? So I have been disrespected more so in relationships before than I have just random men in crossing. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Back in my younger days.
I can't think of anything right now then.
I know, like, what I would consider unacceptable compliments would be like, just don't comment on my body or look me up and down. Like, that happens. Like, don't
so you think a look is, because if they don't say anything, is that?
It's how you do it. It's really the matter of how you do it. Sometimes I know when a man or a young man or older man, if they say something to me, sometimes I'm just like, he probably was checking me out. But it's how you do it.
Right.
It's how you. I love my husband. That's the only man I want. But I can recognize a nice looking man that walked past me.
Yeah.
He don't know I looked at him.
Right.
And when I say, hey, how you doing? I ain't, hey, how you?
Yeah, all fresh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
all
I don't
smooth.
like that. Like, being real sleazy. I don't like that. So, like, that's my type of thing. Like, don't comment on my body. Don't look me up and down. The only person that is allowed to do that to me is my husband, and I require an ass slap from him when he walks off. I need that. Or when I walk off. I need that little boost. But that's like the only person that's allowed to like look me up and down or comment on my body. And like I said, some women, and my mom taught me this, like some women think that type of stuff is like a compliment. Now my husband and my brother-in-law look alike. One is just dark skinned, the other one is light skinned with red hair. They look just alike other than that. But my brother-in-law would be at our house all the time. And one day, the guy next door said something to Larry about, Larry, I say this in quotations, Larry saying something to his girl. And Larry was like, I got a whole wife in here. What I'm saying to yours and all this or whatever. So they come to the house telling me about it. And I'm like, who? Come to find out. Come to find out. Yes.
It was what?
Got him confused. My brother-in-law was sitting in his truck. The young woman walked by. I don't know. She grown. She wasn't like 18 or nothing. She was grown. But she walked by. And he said good morning to her, but it was in a what I would call a disrespectful way. Like, you sure look good there. Or good morning, sexy. I think it was something like that. And so she told her boyfriend. And so the boyfriend thought it was Larry. Because she probably said the guy next door. Because he was over there all the time. And so, come to find out, when we found out who it was, and I told him, I was like, why did you even say that to her? And he was like, I was just telling her good morning. Bro.
Yeah.
You were not telling her good morning. If you wanted to say good morning to her, you would just say good morning. Good morning, sexy. That's not a compliment. You are hitting on her. And that's the type of things I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely disrespectful.
Like, don't comment on my body. Don't do that. Okay, so tell me, what is an acceptable way for a man to compliment you? Like I said, for me, it really boils down to the way you do it. Don't look at me like you're hungry.
Yeah.
Don't sneak a peek at me, like when I'm walking off. How do you want to be approached, Amelia?
Well, you're going to have to approach me like a lady, number one. Okay. I prefer that. Now, let me tell you one thing I don't like is subliminals. I want you to just be a man and say, look, AC, I'm feeling you. Just go and put it out there with me. Because I'm a very straightforward woman. I don't believe in beating around the bush in any area. If you're somebody who I want or I like, I'm going to tell you what's up. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I was much more reserved when I was younger as far as how I would tell them. But now that I'm a grown-ass woman, I have no problem letting my man or whatever I want, I'm going to tell you this is what I want. And I prefer that my man, I like a confident man. So you can approach me confidently but not cocky. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between confidence and cockiness. But a confident man, though, Baby, that turns me on.
And smell good.
And smell good. And let me hold on.
Look, YSL got I bought it for our anniversary for Mary. It's YSL Fresh, and it smells so good.
What is it?
YSL Fresh.
YSL Fresh.
Take notes.
Okay, let me put that in my
phone. It
phone.
smells really nice.
And I like mommy and smart.
And
too.
a good throwback is
Yeah.
1 million, you know.
What is it again?
YSL.
YSL.
You know, when we get done, remind me. I'll let you smell it.
Okay.
It smells
Yeah.
good, girl.
But yeah, and then a smart, confident man, baby, with a little thug in him, because I want you to be, a little thug now.
A little rough
rough
around the
neck,
edges?
right?
Oh, okay.
Rough around the edges, little rough neck. I ain't talking about no thug in no streets. I don't date street men, but just smart, like Malcolm X types. That's what I want, baby.
You know, why am I not surprised? Y'all, Amelia is a part of a nonprofit organization, and they put on the first Malcolm X Day in Monroe. So
Yes.
I'm not at all surprised.
Yes, we did.
You like that type.
Yes.
Eva, how you want to step to you?
Well, with my husband, when he first approached me, we met through a mutual friend, and the thing that got me about him was he just said, hey, come on, go out and do this. He's like, do you want to dance? Or do you want to? He asked me my opinion, and the way he did it, like you said, it was direct. And it was like, okay, he can take charge.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm feeling this. And so, but he was polite with it.
Yeah.
And so that's what,
A gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, me and Larry was real young. I've said this story before. He just kind of walked up on me, and I was like, hey. Oh my God. Here's my number. Because I've been with Larry for so long, like, my judgment is so clouded. Right?
Yeah.
When it comes to, like, what I expect from other men. But okay, but look, there is, like, also a catch-22. For me, at least. I don't know about y'all. There's sometimes a thirst look or a comment is acceptable for me. Now, the man will never know. I may still like tell him off about himself, but he ain't gonna know I was like, oh, thank God, because I look so fat today. He ain't gonna know. When we went to the Dominican, like I said on like 2 podcasts before, like I was out there in my bikini and I was trying to get Larry to wear Speedos, this and that, and I was just like, I was in a different place, totally different country, didn't know anybody. I was out there feeling myself. The beach finna get whatever belly I got, and I gave it to the beach. All this belly or whatever. I was confident. My man was all up on me all week out there in the water and this and that. But I also got an ego boost from one of the resort employees. First day. Like we get there the first day, and we instantly go in there. We change our bathing suits. We go to the beach just to lay out on the beach. I had on like a high waist bikini and stuff. So I'm still out there, like I'm out there with him, and I have my cover up on, but I'm still just trying to get used to being exposed like that because I'm not like that around here. So we get over there to where the seats are laid out and everything, and we go to where the bar is. So we get 2 daiquiris. I have my cover up on. It was me and Larry. And then we go to the beach chairs and we just lay out. It's time for a refill. This time I don't have my cover up on. And so, like, I'm not thinking of nothing of it. I just walk up there to the bar, and the bartender is still the same bartender that served us before when I had my cover up on. But this time, like, when he looked at me, I was like, yeah, can we get the same 2 drinks? Like, I really like how you fixed ours. Because he was a little heavy with the rum. So he looked up, and it was one of them looks like, oh, because before I had my cover up, it is kind of like, oh, I didn't know all that was there.
Yeah.
But it was like a shock. And then I guess maybe he was younger too, but that age had nothing to do with it, because I'll tell a little boy off too, like, don't.
Yeah.
But, and he wasn't a little boy, I feel like he was grown, but he wasn't 33. But it kind of reminded me of that, like when you come back from summer break and you in the 10th grade or 11th grade now, and like you filled out a little bit. You ain't know you filled out a little bit, but like all the boys like notice you now, so you just like, what? Am I cute, bitch? I got a booty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that feeling? No. But that's how it was. It was like when he kind of looked, and he looked me up and down, but it wasn't like no long look. It was just like I said, a little, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got my daiquiri and I pranced on back over there with Larry and was laid up with him.
Yeah.
So like so I will say majority of me being confident in my bathing suit and bikini with belly and back out and cellulite and everything was because of Larry. But a good 10% of that came on day one. 2 hours into me being on the resort from the bartender. From that, oh damn, okay, no, it's there.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
must be cute, girl. From that point forward, naked.
Big hat, no cover up.
Okay. Big earrings, big sunglasses, bikini, back and belly all out.
Good.
It was good for the bar.
Right.
I never experienced that before. Where it's just like, oh God, I felt so bad today. I'm so happy you hit on me.
Oh yeah, I think all women have. I mean,
Amelia, all that ass.
I get hit on all the time, but it's normally not in a derogatory way. And I don't know, because some people say that I look mean.
I used to,
And so-
I get that a lot, but when I don't get hit on in that way, because you're just like, dang, you must work out, and I don't take that as a compliment.
Why?
Why?
Because at the time my muscles were bigger than most guys' muscles, and I didn't think that was.
Some men like muscles.
Yeah, but yeah.
So if a man walks up to you and say you must work out, you're not gonna
It
take
was
that
like,
as a compliment.
dang, you must work out, you must lift weights, you must do this and that, because it's like, because this part right here would be so much larger, and my arms would be so much larger than everything else, that I didn't see that as a compliment. So regardless of how they meant it to be, it wasn't a compliment to me.
That's very interesting.
Because let somebody say you work out. I do be lifting weights.
Okay, and baby, let them do it. I don't lift
I'm like,
no
oh my
damn
God,
thing.
yeah, I run 2 miles like every day. I'll walk half of the miles.
You need to be more confident in your appearance, because
That's what it sounds like.
yeah,
It is.
more confident, because you're a beautiful girl. But let me tell you something though. The looks and body ain't shit. It's who you are on the inside.
Okay, mama.
I'm just keeping it 100 with you. That I have to tell my little sister this. My little sister is very beautiful, but I tell her all the time, Andre 3000, mighty fine, only gonna get you somewhere half the time. Everything has to come inward, outward.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to have that confidence, girl. The more confident you are, it's like, I can't even explain it. Opportunities, everything.
I know it comes from, because when I was younger, guys will always want to compare their muscles to my muscles. And that was, my muscles would be like the comparison, like, dang, she's bigger than me, or like, dang, she built like a dude. And it's just like, it was never a compliment.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I didn't get those type looks like, hey, she fine or she pretty. I always got the, hey, you got a beautiful face or a beautiful smile. And then when my boobs came in, it was like, okay, we see you in that point. But
We all went through awkward phases.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Let me
But you
tell
know who you built like?
Who?
Peppa.
Who is Pepper?
From Salt and Pepper.
Peppa, she broad at the top. And
I am broad at the top.
And then kind of, that I guess, triangular maybe. If you look at her.
My body type would be classified as a triangle.
Peppa still walk around like she bad. Girl, you better be like Peppa.
Yeah, girl, you can't let
You can't tell Peppa.
inward, outward. I don't give a fuck if Halle Berry was sitting next to me, baby. What's up, Halle? That's exactly how I feel.
Right.
I'm looking Halle Berry. Who the fuck are you? Because I'm AC. I can assure you of that. I'm so serious. Yeah. No, baby, you can't. But I understand, because it took a minute for me to get here. I went through an abusive relationship on a mental and emotional level. You know what I'm saying? That's very hard. So I understand exactly how you feel, but everything is inward, outward. Inward, outward.
I agree.
We're going to work on that. Okay.
But at least you're being honest about it, though. Because a lot of people can't share things like that.
I don't mind sharing, but when we talk about, what's the most you've ever been hit on and type of way you've been hit on, I didn't look at it like that, so I couldn't share it.
My friends always have a goal. It was like how many confirmations you can get. But depending on where I was going and what I had on, it was like I need X amount of confirmations that I was the shit. So I needed tonight I need like at least 3 confirmations. That means at least 3 people hitting on me. I got my 3, bitch. You know. used to think when people hit on me, like all they wanted to do was sleep with me.
Hadn't been there.
But I don't know what that says about me. I guess because, like, I haven't had that. I've dated, but I haven't had a lot of boyfriends and stuff. And it got to the point to where, like, at some point in your adolescence, like, you know, high school and even college, like, all dudes want to do was have sex. I was just like, if you hit on me or something like that, you was just trying to talk to me. Talk to me so that you could try and have sex with me. And I'm just not fooling with that. So, I mean,
and I think that guys at that age, that was their game, and that's what they sit around the Nintendo talking about, or who house did you go over to this weekend, who let you in, who let you hit.
Okay, so like my brother-in-law's been on me lately, and I'm just asking so I could just give him back some information. He said he's trying to find a wife, okay? And he asked me like, do I know anybody? And I was like, no, I don't.
Kind of like my cousin.
Like,
I don't just coming home for Thanksgiving, like, have some friends ready. I'm like, what does that mean?
No. How old is your cousin?
Oh Lord, 37.
Have your friends
yes, it's just like, dude.
Where can he find? Well, he wants a wife. Where's a good place to meet women? And I was just like, well, Larry found me on campus. Like, I don't know. I got scooped up, and didn't even realize I was getting picked up. I was just going in La La Land, going through the motions. The next thing I know, I had a boyfriend. I was like, well, what are you looking for? As if I was really gonna go out and look for somebody for him. But this is what he told me.
Email me your type.
He was like, he wants somebody between the ages of 35 to 45. The woman should not want to have kids or already has kids, but don't want no more because he ain't trying to have no more kids.
How many children does he have?
3. His oldest is her first year at Northwestern.
How old are you?
That's what I'm saying.
Larry is 37, so Larry just turned 37, so he's like 39, 40, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is her freshman year at Northwestern in Natchitoches, and his youngest. Oh no, wait. There's one older than her, but he doesn't live here. I never met him. He doesn't live here. But the youngest is like, she don't know if you use Snapchat, because Larry be talking about how she be snapping him in class and he get on to her. So a little girl, maybe like 9, 10-ish or something. So yeah, so he don't want no more kids. Has to be working, open-minded, someone that respects themselves, smokes weed or does not have a problem with people smoking weed. But he not picky. But honestly, I was like, I don't know where you go to meet people.
In this area, this area is so slim.
I would never meet anybody. I'll be in my house.
It's slim. I cannot.
I know. I met my husband at club, RW, sports bar, whatever you got to call it.
Oh my God, it's so country.
But the music was nice. Having the sports all the way around was nice, and just grown folks and kids fighting, no hollering, no hooping, no shenanigans of any sort is what I liked about it. Now, I don't know where you go now, but you had said places where you know it's going to be grown folks and you can just relax, drink, and not be worried about. You could stay till they close and not have to leave an hour early because the fight's breaking out at the end.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know because I'm in my house, and like now, like I don't go out as much anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I haven't been to the club in like 6 years. I have not stepped into a.
But I do like to go to the club, but around here I don't know. But anytime we go out of town together, we're always looking for something different or something different, and we like to go out to a clubs in Shreveport sometimes.
See,
or
Dallas.
What club y'all be going to in Shreveport?
It's the one that's the Presidente in the El Dorado Casino.
I used to go to the lounge in there all the time.
Is it nice?
It's nice.
I'm looking
and
for
the
a place to
atmosphere
go
is
out
nice.
from.
It's more like young business people.
Yeah, the El Dorado Casino.
I feel like for you to meet people now, you have to be a part of social groups and do more than just kind of like go to the lounges and like bars and stuff like that, even if they are nice. Because I just really feel like you would have to be a part of a group or go to like the different races and stuff like 5Ks or just any type of social club.
Well, it's going to be like a massive group or communication type thing.
I feel like it has to be something like that now that we're grown.
Yeah, I agree. But let me tell you about them ones that. This has been my experience lately.
Church, maybe.
No.
Cause see, I ain't gonna even go there. But like the last person that I liked on a certain level. You know, I think that I saw him, I knew him anyways, but I saw him through, it was through a social event that Current Phenomenon had did.
Current Phenomenon is the group you're part of.
Current Phenomenon, I'm the administrative director for Current Phenomenon. It's a local nonprofit in the area. But after time progressed, I knew that person only wanted to really deal with me possibly because of what I could do for them. You know what I'm saying? As a single person, I have a lot of pull in the area. I do a lot of side shit. I'm a very nice person. You know, I don't want to get emotional in here, but I am a very warm person.
Men do that.
And they do that. And I did not know that until I've gotten older and that I've become...
Even the older ones do it.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, like, I guess before I kind of found myself and I didn't have as much going on for myself, I did not know that people really were out trying to date you or have you in their life or whatever for beneficial gains that could happen for them. You know what I'm saying? And to know that somebody would do that is very hurtful, because I'm the kind of person that you don't have to try to run no game on me. If you ask me to help you with something and I'm able to do that, I'll do it. Point blank period. Anybody that has worked with me on any level, they know. Ask her. And if I'm able to do that for you, I don't mind doing it, because I'm a very nice person. But I'm a Scorpio. We're very passionate. And when you get on my bad side, I turn into a new person. I do not deal with betrayal well at any level. So it's so hard for single women who's not trying to get out there and have some fling or whatever. Right. It's really hard to date these days. And I'm very old-fashioned. So there are a lot of things that I like that a lot of girls might not like. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I have been exposed to that sometimes somebody really wants you for what you could do. Not for nothing else other than that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's very hurtful to know that somebody, because you don't have to do that. You ain't got to try to run no game.
Like you could have just told.
You could have just said, hey, this what it is. But it was not handled like that at all.
So basically, they're just looking for a come up.
In any way that they know that you can do it. Because I'm really smart. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot going on right now. And I'm the type of person that if you want to get in on it, I'm willing to let you get in on it. You know what I'm saying? I try to be very supportive with everybody that I come into contact with. And I try to be just a person that is known for their good deeds. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that can backfire on you.
Get taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I learned a new term. Okay. Tinder dick.
I'm hoping to get up out of here.
Have you heard of that term before?
No.
Yeah. What? How did you hear about the word?
I have a lot of male homeboys. So
I used to. Not since I've been with there.
Okay, I got a lot, because I like sports and shit. So I hear a lot of male talk all the time, and then normally when they reference that, it's somebody who done got, pee-whipped, they say, or, you letting the woman control you, know. So
I looked it up because
got it.
Urban Dictionary says a guy who tends to fall in love with every pussy he smashes.
Oh,
that's what Urban Dictionary says, Mom. It's not my vocabulary, okay? Mom. Second definition is a man who lets women walk all over himself, low self-esteem, has no morals, and lets women control his thoughts and actions. Let's see, there's another one. A man who's overly upset by the loss of his woman, allows a woman to control him, becomes jealous of his woman giving another man attention. Okay, so those are like, oh, there's one more. Tends to be a cock blocker. He wants all the pussy to himself. Mom, that's not my word. I'm reading it
This
from
is
Urban
true.
Dictionary. He is selfish. He thinks he is whipping the pussy. The pussy is whipping him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mom, that was Urban Dictionary. So, Tinder dick. I was in the barbershop, and like always, you have so many amazing conversations in
I
the
know what
barbershop.
barbershop you go to.
For real. Well, it was just me, my bar. It was a Sunday, and my barber has a very demanding day job, so he works crazy shifts and stuff. So Sunday it was me, him, and his friend, and he was cutting my hair, and so I ended up telling them the story of my Sunday morning walk, and so the term, how it was used in this, how I remember it, because this was a while ago, it was used by my barber to describe his friend. Mm-hmm. My barber kept calling his friend Tinder dick, and it was used in a way that was like when a man gets mad at another man for like staring at his wife or significant other and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like that's how my barber was using how I remember. So like I said, I told the story of my walk and how I got sexually harassed, but through the story a conversation developed, which was fine. And it was good to have men's opinion. But the thing is, I kept having to redirect the conversation, the focus of the story, of my story, because this conversation is coming from my story. And I kept having to emphasize the woman's struggle in my particular story.
They couldn't relate.
And you said they could?
They could not relate to you.
I don't know, they couldn't relate, but I think they heard what I was saying. Mm-hmm. But I kept having to redirect it because it ended up being my story or a hypothetical story that came from my story. It always ended up going, like, focusing on the man. Let's just say, like, them, the spouse, the boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And it turned into, like, the man, the boyfriend, the spouse being disrespected. Mm-hmm. So from my story, it might be hypotheticals of like the friend and his wife walking somewhere, and the wife gets disrespected, but the friend being like, you saying this to my wife and blah blah blah, you saying this and that, you just disrespecting me. Mm-hmm. So they having this conversation. I'm listening. I'm letting people talk, and it was just my barber and his friend. So it wasn't like it was the whole barbershop, and you got some dumbass over here, and it wasn't nothing like that. It was an open conversation with two cool people. Mm-hmm. So I was, letting them talk, and I was just like, no, you keep bringing this back on you. How is it? You have not said anything about your wife. Mm-hmm. You keep saying how if somebody were to say something to your wife, regardless if you were there or not or something like that, because it was so many different scenarios that played out, it's always disrespectful to him. And I'm like, but you haven't said nothing about you didn't come to your wife's defense. You defended what belonged to you. But
from a male egotistical
But you did not defend her. You didn't come to her rescue. You were saving your stuff. Like, I kept having to say that, and he was like, oh, and my barber would be like, oh, okay, yeah, but still coming right back around. The friend kept going right back around to him being disrespected. So like, that's how it came up and everything. And so I was just like wondering, ladies, like, and I'm still just tripping, like, this ain't got shit to do. Like, this has nothing to do with you. Man, like, your wife is the one that's getting sexualized. Your wife is the one that's getting objectified. Your wife is the one who's getting looked up and down, and you over here like, mine. Don't disrespect me. Mm-hmm. Or looking at my, basically, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even, like, in your hypothetical story, you're not even asking your wife. You're telling every other aspect of this hypothetical story of what you would do and this and that, but you hadn't said nothing in this hypothetical story about, baby, you okay?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I will say this, I did Larry, he don't say much, but I knew in his silence when I told him my story, like, I knew he was kind of like, he was concerned about me and how I was feeling and stuff. Mm-hmm. He probably was a little mad I didn't say nothing to him when I came back to get my jacket and stuff, but I could tell, like, he was concerned about me and everything like that. And we did, and later on he was like, we're gonna go look at guns and get you some, we had that conversation or whatever, so. But anyway, So with that being said, I'm curious now in different scenarios, like what would you consider disrespect if you're with your boyfriend or your boyfriend Amelia, your husband Eva. So if you're out at the farmer's market, in Walmart, wherever, you and your partner are obviously together. Like y'all are talking to each other. Y'all not just holding conversation, but like flirty, like you're leaning on each other, you're holding hands, whatever. Obviously, you all together, and a woman hits on your man. Is it disrespectful? And if it is it disrespectful to you, him, your relationship, or a combo?
Both.
I would say both. But if that does or happen, I would expect him and give him the opportunity to correct it first.
Okay.
Before I would step in and say anything.
Okay.
I agree with what she said, and because if he did, then it would piss me off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You're absolutely right. I feel you on that. Yeah, Larry would definitely need to say something.
You better turn around and say, my wife, this is my wife.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I would say, like, it would definitely be disrespectful. I don't even know. It wouldn't even be, I wouldn't consider it disrespectful to him. I would say it would be disrespectful to me because it's like,
That's
you see me with you though.
Before.
Like, but you see me with him. And then you still decide to say something to him. So that's disrespectful to our relationship. It's me because you just like, I don't know. Okay, so in this situation, you and your guy are at farmer's market, Walmart, wherever. Y'all are together, but you don't appear to be a couple. So you could be on opposite sides of the buggy. You looking at Dove soap for women, you looking at Dove soap for men. Heads going opposite direction. You're together, but you don't appear to be together. And a woman says something to him. Do you find that disrespectful? And if so, to him, you, the relationship, or what?
If you don't appear to be together, I don't know if that classifies as being disrespectful, because if you don't know, then you just don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, if he trying to slide and get your number or some shit, my beef gonna be with him, and ain't gonna be with all of her, because you know who the fuck you in stuff with.
But do anybody look for rings anymore before they approach anybody?
Girl, somebody looked at my ring and looked up at me and was like,
so the rings don't matter.
Yeah, that don't matter to these people, girl.
Really? If we don't appear to be together, then I wouldn't find it disrespectful. But you better turn that around real quick. Yeah,
that's on him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I saw a meme or something that said that it's not, ladies, it's not your responsibility to let the woman know that your man is in love with you. It's his responsibility.
I like that.
Yes, I liked it too. I saved it. I think.
This will have to go down in my journal.
Yes.
Okay, so what if you were to catch someone look at him? Same scenarios. Y'all are together. You appear to be together, and you catch someone looking, checking him out. Somebody's checking him out. Do you find that disrespectful if y'all appear to be together?
Yes.
Okay. Either you say yes, Amelia.
You know,
I know what I got. I know what I got.
Yeah. See, I try not to point none of my energy to the other party on any level. You know what I'm saying? I want to point because I want to see how you gonna handle this, sir. Now, if you see her or him or whatever, he doesn't see it.
You see another woman.
I'm gonna go there,
him out,
grab his hand, get a hug. He knows when I lean in, I want to kiss on my forehead. That's just what we do. I'm gonna do all that
to let you know that's my goal.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I
like that.
Would you consider it disrespectful?
Yes.
Was she just looking? Hold on, though.
Knock your mic over.
Is she just looking at this man, or what is she doing?
Checking him out.
Yeah.
Checking. This man is attracting you.
In my mind, let's just stop this right now. Let's just stop this right now.
Yeah.
Don't pass go. Don't take 2 steps this way.
Right.
So you consider it disrespectful?
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it disrespectful because I think my husband is attractive. I think he's very nice looking. This girl when that beard grow out and stuff. Love it. So I know somebody else out there does too. So I think if it were to go a step further, you know, if we appear to be together, a woman checks him out, and then it's like you stare past 10 seconds, and then it's like, bitch, like get you a look and keep going.
Right.
At that point,
I say do that from the start, but
yeah.
you know.
But I mean, like if somebody's checking him out, like I said, you see him, okay, but you looking for too. Like now, it's like you're looking for too long.
Mm-hmm.
But what if that person sees your man the second time around and you're not there?
Well, then that's on him.
Yeah, see, that's
I know, but
if
you've already established that with her that
if she say something to him, that's on him to shut that down.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. See, I'm always. I know it's hard to say in certain situations, but for me, on almost everything, I want to see how my man gonna handle it. I don't want to even involve I don't want to get involved with nobody else. I want to see where your mind is. Because if you're trying to be free, I'm gonna let you be free. So that's just how I get down.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, like those are the type of scenarios that was being discussed in the barbershop when the whole Tinder dick came up.
Yeah.
And the whole entire time, the friend is just like, "It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And it's not or whatever. And it's mine. Don't look at it. You know."